Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And even though they're opening on the road, there's a little something more at stake because of the new city they call home.
Yeah, and, you know, their home opener is going to be the big event, but this is still an important series for them and a historic game here today. And when you're representing a new city.
All right, just about set to go. And on the mound in this one, Willie Peralta. What do we have on him?
Well, last year kind of around the league average in terms of ERA, and you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out, and not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Bangs off the wall. Around first, heading for 2. And 1 pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position at the plate, Christopher Morel. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. And they add a pair. It's 2-0. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for her major league debut. Anthony Garcia. And the first offering is not close.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And now 2-1.
Ball 2.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here on opening day. That one fouled off, 2-2. Way high.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
In the air, out towards right center. Rojas hauls it in for the out. And there's one away. Take a look at the lineup. All right, Singy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Next is the designated hitter, Gerard Encarnacion. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power?
That's right. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
And that one is lifted in the air. Rojas makes the grab. Out number 2.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 5.
Now it's the rookie first baseman, Rodriguez. Looking for his first big league hit right here. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. 0-1.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Handles, throws to first. Out number 3. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. Back here with my pal Singy, and pitching in this game, Dinelson Lamet.
Well, just a 3-pitch mix in his arsenal, which, you know, it's not a lot for a starter. So
always
very important for him to have a good feel and command all 3. Sometimes you can make that 3 look like 4 if you add or subtract a little bit of velocity on one. But, you know, one thing about it, it can be easy to get too predictable out there on the mound. So hitters are aware of that. Mixing those 3 pitches in all counts is going to be a big key for him in this one.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way,
second,
but that time, a little anxious.
That one the other way. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And here's the first baseman trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Swinging a foul out of play. 1 out and a runner at second as we play game 1 of this 4-game series. On its way to the corner. And that's a foul ball. The other way. Slings to first in time.
Batting fourth.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup. 31. They're facing a pitcher today who's prone to giving up homers, so we'll see. We might get some big swings here today.
Yeah, I think the key, though, and the reason why he gives up those homers is that guys are locking in, they're aggressive, and they have a high confidence level. So I think if that's the approach these hitters take, with the stuff he's got there on the mound, yeah, there's a good chance that there'll be some balls that fly a long way. But you can't get too big in your swing. Otherwise, you'll be really frustrated after this one.
Garcia stands at second with 2 gone. And that is downstairs. It's a ball and 2 strikes. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Way back there. Gone! He flexes his power with that swing, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 2-2.
This game is breathing new life thanks to that home run, and that's exactly what they needed. That pitch was intended to stay inside, but it leaked out over the middle of the plate. Hitter waited on it, and he connected just perfectly.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Gerald Diaz. Right through there for a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Two outs, base is empty. Got him looking for the K. That was pretty nasty. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Major League Baseball is on the show. New inning getting started. And here's the catcher, number 79.
He gave up a couple of runs in the first. His offense picked him up. It's time for him to settle in now and throw up some zeros on that scoreboard.
And that one upstairs, ball 1. To the right side. On to first. 1 up, 1 down. Tavarez, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That's off the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Umpiring behind the plate for us today, Boog, is Mike Fillmore, and he is a good one. He'll reward pitches on the edges a little bit, but the main thing is he doesn't keep you guessing. Once he established that a pitch is a strike, it stays that way.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Yeah, Fillmore, kind of, I don't know, you'd say maybe an umpire's umpire, but really consistent, very fair. Fights it off, he'll see another. Next offering upstairs.
I think he wanted that call on the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
2-2 on the way. Swung on, belted. That's back. That's not coming back. You want to talk about kicking off your major league career with a bang. His first big league hit leaves the yard. He'll remember this trip around the bases for the rest of his life. Wow.
He ought to. Usually guys are squeezing the bat so tight, trying to get that first hit out of the way. They can't get the ball out of the infield, Boog, but not him. Maybe a glimpse of what's to come from him in the next few years. Good job.
So digging in, Eric Mejia. That one is absolutely belted. It's a bomb. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they boost their lead. It's 4-2. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
So 1 out, nobody on. And the batter now, Stuart Baroa. That one lined to left field, and that's base hit. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Baroa, the base runner at first with 1 out. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Curve in the dirt. Chris, with that distraction and a speedy guy at first, he's in a favorable hitter's count.
Well, if nothing else, I mean, this is a great spot for a hitter to be in. Well, interesting, he went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Morel.
2 on, 1 out. Morel now at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. The throw in. It's off the mark, and he scores. And they lead by 3.
Picks himself up an RBI. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Garcia getting ready to hit.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
In there at the knees, and it's 0-1. Runners are at the corners, one away. Center field. Rojas under it. Squeezes it. Runner tagging from third. He's in to score on the sac fly, and they lead by 4.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
The designated hitter.
So now the DH spot, Herrera Encarnacion. Fought off foul.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Two outs. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Now a 6-2 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Down to third baseman, Javier Sanoja. Lamet back to work. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. His first homer in the majors, and they're going to have to send somebody to get that ball for him.
Always such a special moment. You know this is one of the biggest thrills of his life. He's got to be floating around the bases right now.
Yeah, he'll remember every detail of that at bat for years, as he should. It's a true once-in-a-lifetime event.
Now, Boog, there's so many times when a young player might wonder if he's ever even going to get to the big leagues and do something like this. Well, he doesn't have to wonder anymore. There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
Now a chance for Julio Carreras. Lamet, he's known to have exceptional stuff. The strikeout number is usually way up there. However, he does have some issues with walks from time to time.
And because of that, the pitch count can get high and not consistently deep into the ball games like you would expect for a guy who can get so many swings and misses.
And the righty deals. Swing and a little roller right side. And that's just foul. Rips one to right, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not in time. He's got a double. Julio Carreras with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just...
Oh, that drilled him. No chance for a play, and let's hope the righty's not hurt on the mound. Number 23 with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen, and when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take it.
Makes the grab, one away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
In the air, left side, McAdoo drifts towards it, reaching down, makes the catch. And it's about controlling that stuff, right? I mean, he's got to harness all of that electric stuff and keep it at least somewhat in the strike zone.
Yeah, I'd say a guy like this sometimes needs to simplify the repertoire. Instead of trying to throw 3 and 4 pitches, just stick with 2 pitches that are very effective. Perhaps you can keep the pitch count down, get yourself deeper into the ball game.
He's got it. That is the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. And they've doubled up now. It's 6-3. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. On to the third inning.
Leading off
Here's a
for
big
Salem,
power
the
threat.
designated
Herrera
hitter,
Encarnacion.
Herrera Encarnacion.
And he beats it. He's safe.
Everything came together for him. He put a great swing on that ball, took the barrel right to it. Nice extension as well. 105 exit velocity. That tells you everything you need to know about that swing.
Man at first, and now the first baseman, Rodriguez. He's 0 for 1. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Well, these guys doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're
Outside,
making
that's a
contact
ball.
with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That
2-2
misses.
the count.
And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 away.
Now batting.
Here's the
number
catcher.
79.
Grounded out his first time up. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Rojas snags it on the run.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He
Now
saved
batting,
extra bases
number
for sure.
83.
If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So a man aboard. Now here is Tavarez. He's already homered in this game. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they add a couple more. It's 8-3. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Willie Peralta done for the afternoon, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching.
Yeri Rodriguez
Yeri
gets the call from the pen.
Rodriguez.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same
that's
way
out.
you would for one in a close game.
Mejia, the next to hit, takes outside. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Sanoja makes the grab, and that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now 8-3. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
San
And here's the
Francisco,
first baseman, number 27.
Number 27.
That's
Too
off the
high.
mark. Ball 1.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Headed down the line. And that drops foul. In the air, center field. Baroa has a beat on it. And there's one down. Now it's the right
Now
fielder.
batting, number 31.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. In the air, left field, down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. And down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Diaz, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Slides, but he can't come up with it. Gerald Diaz with his first major league hit, and this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's
in there safely.
That's a tough spot for the catcher, Boog. No chance of stopping the outside pitch. And now the runner moves up. Those moments can be really frustrating.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Stuart Baroa. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Rojas pulls that one down, and a quick out, number 1. And now the shortstop, Jose Caballero.
Jose Caballero.
And that is out of play. Yo, 1. The shortstop takes the ball. And he grounds one to the right side. He steps on the bag. 2 up, 2 down.
The third baseman, number 24, Christopher Morel.
Now the number 2 hitter, Christopher Morel. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now.
Now that's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. Bottom 4, and now it's going to be Julio Carreras.
Julio Carreras.
Fastball for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 down. Now the left fielder reached on an infield single his first time. In for a strike. It's 0-1.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Foul ball still 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Grinding AB right here, about to see pitch number 10. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
This is something else. Running that pitch count up, I can't imagine how frustrating it must be for the pitcher.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Going, gone. And they close the gap. It's 8-4. He kept swinging, and it paid off.
Well, that was a battle, Boog, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty. 1-0. And now Alex Cora is out of the dugout, and he will make a move.
Pitching.
Rodrigo Benoit gets the ball now. On for his major league debut. So we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium. But the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher. Whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw. And just let him lead you in this one.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out. And now it's Luis Garcia.
Number 2.
0 for 2 in this
hitter,
one.
Luis Garcia.
There's a strike. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here on opening day. And that's a base hit.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
Garcia stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. And a foul ball. And there's a rocket into the outfield. And it gets by him. Coming home. He'll score easily. Throw cut off to third.
Back-to-back base hits. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now the first baseman. Just
Ball,
missed.
that's off the plate.
Just missed.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And there's a foul ball. 2 outs with a runner at third. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on base. On to the Welcome back. Here's a look at this team's early season projection. Rodriguez back to work. Late swing, foul to the left.
Well, these players digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well. With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Misses inside. Now 1-2.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Now he breaks his bat. Sanoha whips it to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the fifth.
Well, as a hitter, it can be kind of tough.
Now
You get a
batting,
hard-throwing
the
reliever that comes in the ball game. You don't know exactly
Encarnacion.
what his pitches are doing, and that clearly blew him up on the hand, sawed off that bat. Tell you what, the bat companies, they're pretty happy when guys like this come in out of the bullpen.
And now, Herrera Encarnacion. Now a screamer into the outfield. Snags it for the second out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself
The batter,
it's about
number
the
5.
process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And it's fouled away. Ground ball left side and foul ball. Clobbered to right field, way back, gone. A solo shot. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 9-5. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Power versus power right there, like two locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? Well, a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That's back there. And it hits the fence. And that's a 2-out double. Number 79 with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family.
This one smacked out to left center. And no one can get there. Coming home, he will score. It's an RBI single, and the lead is up to 5.
The batter, number 22.
Eric Mejia digs in now.
Mejia.
There's a swing and a drive. Rojas ranging back. He hits the wall and hangs on. Great catch.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Bottom of the inning. And now the right fielder, number 31.
The right fielder, number 31.
Pitch
Ball
misses. Ball 1.
Counts 1-0. Hey.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Man, he really
One ball,
sells the
2
changeup with
strikes.
that arm action.
And that
Ball
one is
2.
downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when
Now
you're bumping
batting,
high
the
90s,
catcher,
you'll get away with some of those. More margin for
Diaz.
error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with all the attention and emphasis on improved spin rates. These
That's a
fastballs are just exploding out of the pitcher's hands and jumping through the zone.
Next offer in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
1 out, base is empty. Swing and a ground ball. Over to first.
Got him.
Home half of the 5th inning, moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Javier.
Two down, base is empty. Javier Sanoja, the next to hit. Right through there for a strike.
There it was. Oh, here it is. Hit it. He gets a take, gets ahead in the count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he homered earlier in the game, but showing no fear on the mound so far in this at bat. He's just attacking the strike zone.
And that's downstairs. And a
One
count,
ball,
1 and 2. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Still 2 and 2 after the foul ball. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Spoils that one, and it remains 2 and 2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
He goes down looking. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now, Stuart Baroa. Baroa goes 5 feet 9 inches, 180 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent.
Nope.
First pitch, and he just misses. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Number 35, up and throwing. Number 63, getting loose as well. Pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Nice grab on the run. 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away here on opening day. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Sanoja hauls it in for the out. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 24, Christopher Morel.
2 outs, base is empty. And here is Christopher Morel. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here's the left fielder, Anthony Garcia. He's got some power, no doubt. And first offering is fouled off. Morel off of first with 2 away. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0 and 2.
And now 1 and 2. Two outs. There's a high chopper. Wagaman sends it to first, and that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. On to the bottom of inning number 6. The Eagles have the advantage, 10-5. And we're back. Stepping in, Julio Carreras.
That's shortstop. Julio.
Number 91 gets handed the rock out of the pen. And this is the best way to make your major league debut. No one on base.
Yeah, you're already going to be a little nervous out there, so I think it's a nice job by the skipper to get him in here without any added pressure with traffic on the bases.
And another ball. That one fouled off. Misses the sweeper.
2-2 the count.
And that's a strikeout. Mike Fillmore says he went around. Now the left fielder.
Now batting, number 23.
Just missed. That one missed.
2-0. Hey.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Tosses to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Johan.
2 down, base is empty. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Johan Rojas. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Morel zips it across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. The Eagles. Top of inning number 7. Now
Salem,
it's the
the
DH, Herrera Encarnacion. And first offering is fouled off. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
1 ball.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
Next pitch is outside. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one popped up. Under it. Brings it in. And there's 1 down.
Now batting, number 5.
And here's the first baseman, Rodriguez. Ouch, that one drilled him. Throw not in time. It's an unlikely infield single. Well, that ball came back and got him pretty good in the chest. As the catcher checks on him, looks like he might be okay, though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sure that stunned him more than anything, Boog. Always scary when we see comebackers like that, but I think it might just turn into a big, nasty bruise.
Man at first with 1 gone, and here's the catcher.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And that forces the runner to hold on at second. 2 on with 1 away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Yerry Rodriguez departs.
Pitching.
Number 35 takes over on the mound. On for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
So up next, Tavarez. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. On to second, they get 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Eric Mejia.
So digging in, Eric Mejia, a switch hitter batting right. And that one is lifted in the air. Ramos sizes this one up. He's got it. And that's the third out. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The designated hitter, Luis Garcia.
There's a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. One up, one down. Next to hit, Garcia.
Now batting, number 33.
And first offering is fouled off.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Caught him looking for the K. And now the first baseman, 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Just missed. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And makes the grab. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the switch hitting outfielder, Stuart Baroa. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Coley makes the grab on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Jose Caballero now at the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Cut on and lifted in the air. That one gets down for a hit.
The third baseman,
I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Morel now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Runner on the go. That's to third. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over. The throw won't get there in time, and they come away without an out. First and second, one out. Garcia will hit next. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
0-1's the count.
Now a move being made for a pinch hitter. Harold Ramirez. Runners at first and second for him with one down. And a strike.
2.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Double steal. Fly ball down the line, and that's a foul ball. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the
runners on the move. Pitch is low.
No.
Throw to third. Too late. Safe. Double steal. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even. 2 outs, 2 in scoring position, and we're in the top of the 8th. He swings and fouls one off. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Base hit. 1 run in already. Throws to second. And he's out.
He's out.
Cut down, and that ends the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. The Eagles. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
All right, Singy, let's rewind for a second. When you heard that they were going to put a pitch
Now
clock
batting,
into the game,
catcher,
what was your first
Gerald.
thought?
Well, I thought that these guys were going to have a very difficult time to be able to regroup after each pitch and be ready to execute some type of plan at the plate, and even for pitchers on the mound.
Ground ball right side to first,
Out.
and a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Javier.
Here's the third baseman, Javier Sanoja. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Fastball for a strike.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
0-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Missed with a changeup. And the count 1-2.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Fights that one away, still 1-2. And there's a ball.
That 2-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Got him swinging. All set to start the 9th in this one. And here is Rodriguez. And that's
Inside,
off
ball 1.
the inside edge. 1-0. That's towards center. Rojas settles under it. Corrals it. And there's one away.
Now batting, number 79.
Here's the catcher. Popped in the air, left field, and that'll fall for a base hit.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there,
Ball 1,
it
no
just
strike.
died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff for the base hit.
Outside low. 2 balls, no strikes. That clips the corner. Fought off foul. Man at first, one away. Off the mark there. 3-2 now.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
You can do it, let's go.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
The batter, number 22.
Here comes the
Second
skipper
baseman,
out of the dugout,
Aneury.
and he's ready to make the move.
Now pitching.
Number 63 taking over on the mound.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is.
Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
That one ripped. And it's gone. Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add to their lead. It's 15-5.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one, and you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
Next to hit, Stuart Baroa.
0-1.
First pitch misses. Still only one out here in the inning. So two balls and no strikes. Popped up to the left into foul ground. Sanoha makes the play, and there's two down. Two outs, base is empty. Now at the plate, Jose Caballero. Headed towards the corner. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. To second, pulls him off the bag. Now it's going to be Christopher Morel. Tap foul at the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Swing and a miss. Throw to third. Save.
They are merciless. I'd say a questionable decision to steal third right there with the big lead. Probably won't be received well in the other dugout.
Broken bat, roller to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a three-run homer. On now to the bottom of inning number 9. Back after this on the show. And we're back. Bottom 9. Here's the shortstop.
Julio.
Righty reliever out of the pen, Braden Fisher.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Outside low, and that is ball one. Fisher goes 6 feet 3 inches, 240 pounds, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. Roden makes the grab, one down. Here's the left fielder. Foul ball. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and he breaks his bat. That's a foul ball. Gets a piece and it stays 0-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now this is in the air down the line. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So it's their last chance in this one. Here's the center fielder, Johan Rojas. And a foul ball. And that one fouled off. This could end it. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and that is the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
15-5 the final. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.